my God, what the heck is going on? Punishment. Hello, my friend. Are you impressed by how the farmers handled the situation? Are you curious about why they acted that way? Don't worry, I won't make you wait long. Let's dive into the reasons behind their actions. Leave a 1 in the comments if you want to join us on the hunt. Wild boars are animals with an incredibly rapid population growth rate, increasing by 20 to 25% each year. They not only reproduce quickly, but also adapt easily to various environments. This has become a major concern and challenge for farmers in the U.S. as they face the surge in the wild boar population. Biologists and wildlife managers estimate that to control the population and prevent an explosion of the species, 60 to 70% of the wild boar population needs to be removed each year. In Texas, especially in rural areas like Central Texas and East Texas, wild boars have caused severe economic damage. Each year, these animals result in losses of up to approximately $52 million just in Texas. Counties such as Williamson, Bastrop, and Caldwell frequently suffer significant consequences, with fields being torn up by wild boars, crops being destroyed, and agricultural infrastructure being significantly damaged. These incidents have placed a heavy burden on farmers, making it challenging for them to repair the damage and protect their land. Even in urban areas of Texas, such as Austin and San Antonio, wild boars have started to cause concerning problems. With the expansion of suburban areas and the reduction of natural habitats, wild boars have begun to invade residential neighborhoods and parks, causing significant damage. In these cities, the boars can cause damage amounting to hundreds of thousands of dollars each year as they destroy lawns, gardens, and other infrastructure. This not only creates economic issues, but also poses significant challenges for safety and wildlife management in urban areas. If you find this story about wild boars fascinating, don't forget to hit the subscribe button to follow more interesting discoveries. Unable to let the situation continue, the locals decided to collaborate with experienced hunters to address the problem thoroughly. They employ a sophisticated strategy, using specially selected bait with enticing scents that wild boars cannot resist. Once the boars are lured into a designated area, the hunters use powerful and precise rifles to eliminate them effectively. In addition, hunting dogs are invaluable assistants to the hunters, aiding them in several crucial tasks. These dogs have the ability to track and locate prey, lure or flush it out of hiding, and retrieve it after the hunt. They can also alert hunters to the presence of wild animals or other dangers, enhancing both the effectiveness and safety of the hunting process. However, hunting wild boars is not an unrestricted activity. It requires a valid license and adherence to strict regulations to ensure safety and effectiveness. Following these regulations helps protect wildlife and the environment while ensuring that hunting activities are conducted responsibly and sustainably. If you find this information useful, please leave a comment with the number 1 to let me know you're following along. Giant pythons are also becoming a serious threat to many areas, particularly in ecosystems like the Everglades in Florida. The invasion of this snake species is causing significant environmental and ecological issues. This species of python, originally native to tropical regions, has expanded its range beyond its natural environment, presenting unforeseen challenges. The invasion of giant pythons into human-populated areas has raised safety concerns. Although attacks on people are rare, their presence in residential areas can create feelings of unease and potential risk, particularly for children and pets. Recently, there have been numerous incidents of giant pythons invading homes, with these snakes not only appearing in areas close to human habitation, but also making nests within living spaces. These incidents not only cause anxiety and stress for residents, but also require urgent intervention by wildlife control teams. The presence of pythons in homes poses a significant safety risk, and can lead to substantial property damage. To ensure safety in handling invasive giant pythons, the government has implemented effective wildlife monitoring and management programs, including tracking and reporting on python invasions. Catching and processing giant pythons is part of the efforts to control their spread and manage wildlife. The protection teams need to have the skills and experience necessary to handle these wild animals safely and avoid injury. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any exciting content. While python meat is not a common food in many places, it can offer nutritional benefits such as high protein content and essential minerals like iron, zinc, and magnesium. Python meat also contains antioxidant compounds that help protect cells. However, it's important to ensure food safety and be aware of potential allergic reactions when trying it for the first time. Wild boars in Japan typically give birth in spring and summer, delivering 2 to 6 piglets each time and taking about 3 months to develop. Wild boars are not originally an animal native to Japan, but they were introduced to Japan during the Yayoi period, 300 BC 300 AD, and since then, they have become a part of the Japanese ecosystem and culture. In the past, in Japanese history and culture, wild boars often appeared in folktales and were seen as symbols of strength and luck. However, at present, wild boars have become a significant problem and a source of concern. So what mistake did they make? These wild boars show no hesitation in attacking people on the streets, causing fear within the community. Moreover, These wild boars also boldly intrude into the camping areas where people are trying to relax. Not only do wild boar herds naturally roam around the city as their permanent residents, but this also risks spreading the virus and affecting people's lives. If you had to confront this herd of wild boars, what would you do? Wild boars not only cause damage on land, but also have a significant impact on water pollution issues. When they come into contact with polluted environments, especially when swimming underwater, they become a source of many health and environmental problems. This not only affects the health of aquatic species and plants, but also impacts the clean water supply for the community. This wild boar is extremely aggressive, requiring the efforts of nearly a dozen people to chase it from the field down to the waterlogged area. Finally, after an intense pursuit, they succeeded in capturing this wild boar. Just one shot made the wild boar roll over lifeless on the spot. Certainly, you did not overlook it. In fact, there were nearly 20 people involved in capturing a wild boar. This can be explained by the disciplined and responsible nature of the Japanese people, who often emphasize efficiency and teamwork in every task. So, what are the reasons behind the wild boar invasion? Do you know? It could be due to the loss of natural habitats for wild boars due to urbanization and construction projects. It could also be because of scarce food sources, forcing them to venture into residential areas in search of food, from grass and roots to even garbage. Japanese people also favor using guns for hunting, like in other countries. However, in Japan, citizens must adhere to rules and limitations set by the government. Hunting activities often need to comply with regulations regarding hunting seasons, the size of boars hunted, and safety rules. The purpose of this is to maintain the natural balance, control the wild boar population, and ensure the sustainability of the environment. If you appreciate this approach, leave a 1 in the comments and a 0 if you don't. Some people choose to use traps to catch wild boars. They carry tools such as ropes and hooks, and when the boar is caught in the trap, it is securely tied to prepare for the next step. You might be a bit surprised, but people in rural areas of Japan often choose the method of processing wild boar meat into delicious, tempting dishes that are hard to resist. Would you like to taste a piece? In Japan, wild boars are not subject to excessive discrimination. In fact, they are raised and domesticated by people in pens as domesticated animals. Unlike the Japanese, Americans often have a particular fondness for hunting activities. In the United States, hunting is commonly seen as a recreational activity and a demonstration of passion for the sport of hunting. This is especially prominent in wild boar hunting, where some individuals can take down hundreds of boars in a short period. And with a suitable hunting team, even just 2 to 3 people can accomplish this task. Certainly, you must be curious about what mistakes these wild boars have made, right? Wild boars are present all over the United States, but Texas is one of the states with the highest number of wild boars, reaching up to 2 million, making it the focal point of a nationwide issue. Recently, residents near Cornfields in Texas have witnessed a significant increase in the presence of wild boars. The damage they cause has amounted to $5 billion USD, an impressive and beyond imagination figure. Wild boar herds casually appear in vacant areas amidst the panic of the surrounding residents. Speaking of the wild boar's reproductive process, they typically give birth 1 to 2 times each year. Each reproductive cycle results in a significant number of offspring, usually ranging from 10 to 20 piglets, a notably larger number compared to other animal species. Wild boar populations have a strong ability to recover, even when a significant portion of the population is reduced. Before the start of a new season, farmers collaborate with hunters to locate the wild boar's dens and implement a hunting strategy. This action helps significantly minimize damage to crops while enhancing environmental management. However, conducting effective hunting for these wild boars remains a major challenge. Protecting the safety of humans, livestock, and wildlife from wild boars is a crucial battle to safeguard food sources and the environment. Supporting farmers in safeguarding cornfields and ecosystems will mitigate the negative impact of this species. Let's unite and take action to protect the environment and ensure food sources for the community.